Hey, I'm Don Benedict with Adams of the Graphing. Welcome to Cannabis and Coffee with Don.
Not close enough? Should we get close? All right.
Yeah, we're good. All right, good. I'm here today with Chris Enter of Chris Enter Design, and we're going to talk about packaging for CBD and cannabis industry. And I know that you've been involved in that for a while. Have you been involved in it basically since it was legalized here in Tennessee?
Well, I look back actually today. I've been involved since 2018 and started with Hey Good Farms. They came to me and asked me about a brand identity and packaging, and started with that. And quickly after that, I met Alicia from Grassroots, and then David Powers with Hemp Rolls. So yeah, I've got 3 clients, I would say, for the hemp industry. There's a lot of work to be done right now, and there's a lot of competition. So
Yeah.
with this green rush, I guess you want to call it, that you really have to delineate yourself from the competition. And so I think some of the packaging projects we've worked on together, I think really do that.
Yeah, we've been fortunate to talk to Lou Boyd and also Alicia, and it seems like they all are really looking for ways to differentiate themselves from, just run-of-the-mill everyday stuff. And in fact, Alicia was saying it. She gets called on all the time, and from distributors trying to put their product in her store. And the number one thing she looks for is, how is it different? And I think there's a lot of ways for it to stand out differently, but I'm sure design comes into that too.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, anybody can go walk into Target, a Whole Foods, a Walgreens, and you can look at the CBD shelf and just get overwhelmed by the different designs. So you really have to stand out, and it's just not design, but it's part of your brand and what differentiates you between the competition. So with everything rushing to the market, I think there's an emphasis on unique design, unique look and feel, and a brand story overall. And that's what I try to do from a design standpoint and a brand standpoint, is really differentiate. And if you look at the different designs that I've done for each of those companies, they stand out on their own.
Yeah, so you really do want to get into the farmer and what's his mission and what is he trying to get across as far as what he wants his look and feel to be.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, somebody like Hey Good Farms, they grow their own, they process their own, and then they package their own. So it's really a from dirt to delivery concept. And I think that really differentiates, instead of being a conglomerate and putting everything in one place and getting it to the masses as fast as you can. They're really building a unique brand over there. Same with Alicia. She has some brick and mortar stores. So that's where her emphasis is, on educating the public. And I think it's a great thing. She also has a foundation called Fund 129. I think that's a great idea to help opioid addiction and different things through CBD. And then David Powers with Hemp Rolls is trying to take people off of nicotine and using CBD cigarettes for that. So there are unique companies within there, instead of just being a conglomerate, so to speak.
One of the things I found amazing in talking to the people is how many of them have experienced the benefits for their themselves. Alicia was one of them. Migraine headaches, and Bobby at 5 Leaf Wellness had horrible digestive problems, and people who've had just numerous things, and they are really in this business because they believe in it and want to help people, and that they are like, we call it basically, they're the pharmacists. People don't know anything about it. They've just heard that it might be good, but they don't know anything about it. So are there more things coming out to educate the consumer on what the benefits are and what brands, what things to look for? I think a lot of it is the strength of the product, or the strain of the product, or a lot of different things.
Yeah. I'm no expert from the medical standpoint, obviously, but the FDA's doing some testing and everything now. Even going to your doctor, they don't recommend it, but every doctor I've talked to, if it works for you, then that's okay. I take it for some anti-anxiety and to sleep better at night. My father started taking it when there was no relief for him with back pain, but this has helped him. And I think it's a consistency thing. So you've got to take it for maybe a month and see if it works for you. And it might work for you and it might not. But again, just CBD overall, I think is up to the individual.
Yeah. Is there a move to try to do more of the merchandising in the store so that they can, have like a nice display of these are these types of products and this might be how this might work instead of just a simple package thing? I've seen different kinds of displays in the stores, but it's not consistent.
Yeah, I've seen a few also. I was in Earth Fair over the holidays, and they actually had a person tending that section of the store, and she recommended different products when my back was bothering me and I didn't have any of the CBD oil with me. So it's really interesting to have somebody like manning the section of the CBD section and educating people to answer questions and do all that. But from a POP standpoint, I've not seen anything that pushes things forward except for unique displays. And Hey Good Farms is a unique display. You can see them around Chattanooga. A nice wooded display with brochures that can educate you and tell you more about the company.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting to see what's going to happen. I think we've heard along the way there were 20 farms or something in 2018, and then there's now 1,500 farms or something like that. It's like a lot of growers, and so there's a lot of people coming into the industry or trying to dip their toe into it, so to speak, but also have had a string of seeing some fail already because they don't either start off right or they don't. There were a lot of cautions from a lot of people that we've talked to saying it's not as simple as a lot of people want to think it is. And I think that people need to figure out how they can get in touch with somebody like you can help them brand themselves from the very beginning.
Yeah, and I think it comes from also why are they doing this? Why are they in the industry? So if you were to start a company, if you're just in it to make money, I think there's a lot of people trying to do that right now. But if you're into it for a different reason, to help people, to educate people, I think that's a different platform or to stand on. So when it comes to that, when we talk about printing, this is where the brand comes in, and you do have to stand out uniquely in those places. And that goes from the package design. And it's great working with somebody like you, because I can come to you with designs and say, hey, Don, we've got this working. I need a package for a shipping container that's going to contain all this. We want to put a couple salves. We want to put a couple tinctures in there. And let's create a box that fits all of these. And we need everything to color match. We need it all to work within their brand. And you've been great with that. Working with Adams is just showing examples, printing proofs, being able to have the back and forth. You're a nice little tool in my toolbox.
It has been fun. It's been fun. And have you seen the final thing? All wrapped up?
I have, yeah. Looks good.
I mean, they've done a great job with it, and I think that they're just. I mean, he's pushing them out the door as fast as he can make them now.
Yeah, I think that, and the great thing is working with clients that trust you is that we're always evolving it, right? We knew that when we first went in, you did some first comps that we had to adjust and everything like that. And then we moved on to a next phase, and there's also a next phase after this. So everything gets packaged, everything's branded correctly, from not just the cigarette pack themselves or the hemp rolls pack themselves. We're doing the cartons and we're doing the shipping boxes and everything like that. So I think it's unique to have the interior look like it is, and everything on brand and everything, just reiterating their logo. And David has an upscale product here, but it's priced accordingly. And so the soft touch you put on there really makes a great feel for that.
Yeah, I was by his office yesterday. It looked really good to see 1,000 packs of them or whatever it was that he had. I mean, it's pretty good that they have the stuff. Well, Chris, I think it's awesome the work that you're doing with these people and helping them, because I mean, this industry really, it seemed it's all about helping people. And I mean, for everybody we talk to, I mean, it's a good thing to be involved in. And I'm encouraged to see the growth that happens and the new things that come about, and love to spread the word that you have the talent to be able to help them with stuff. So thank you, ChrisEnterDesign.com.
Yep.
And appreciate your time.
Yeah, thanks, Don.
So I'm Don Benedict with Adams Lithographing. You can find me on donbenedict.com or also adamslitho.com. Thank you very much for watching Cannabis and Coffee with Don. Stay tuned. We got more good stuff.